D&Dark is an absurd, over-the-top comedy horror adventure that is intended for older audiences. Content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions.
Hello and welcome to D&Dark, a comedy horror adventure Realplay podcast, loosely based on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and starring some of history's most infamous monsters. I'm Danger Dan Jerz, and I'm your host, / Crypt Keeper.
Hello everyone, I'm Aaron and I play the Phantom of the Opera, our bard. Last time I did some of the most diegetic singing in this whole campaign so far. I think it's arguable whether or not the other ones were sung canonically, but for sure 7 minutes of pure auditory bliss echoed around that gallery. Oh, good times. Anyway, the shit hit the fan. It's all really, really bad.
So bad.
Dorian Gray seemed to care quite a bit about his reputation. So as soon as it became clear that Dorian was not paying attention in particular to Phantom and instead was distracted by the monster, Phantom went ahead and killed a bunch of innocents to make it clear that what was going on was not a show and instead a horrible, dangerous place to be, hosted by a real asshole, Dorian Gray.
That's me.
The person who cared the most appeared to be Mary, and I got gored, and then I got absolutely torture murdered for a while, over and over again, in fact. And now I've got a scheme cooking as we climb our way down the steps and enter the negative hallowed grounds and fight the living painting.
Hello, my name is Daniel Cruz, and I play Imhotep the Mummy, currently my mummy cleric in hell. And last session, I got to be some pompous, arrogant, fucking rich people again, and I am so happy about that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for it. That's what I guess my contribution.
Nice.
Oh, also there was a line. More on that today.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben Magnet. I play Mary Frankenstein, the barbarian paladin. Woot woot. And last time, oh boy. So Phantom's painting got finished, and myself and Larry had a nice little chat with the guy who painted it, aka Basil. And we learned some things about Dorian Gray. Things that are not good. And while I send Larry off to go find the real painting, I decided to brew a little chaos of my own and try to distract Dorian about being the worst art critic he's ever met in his entire life. That didn't work out so well, because then Phantom started killing people, and in my own traumatized state of watching my friend murder innocents, I decided to try to stop him by using my shiny new Javelin of Lightning to spear him in place, which apparently got him stabbed over and over and over again by the people who were under Dorian's control. And I flubbed everything up because now Dorian had Phantom's painting and says, hey, you do something bad again, I will kill Phantom for realsies. And then I had this really dumb idea about throwing the javelin at Dorian, and it would have worked if someone didn't use silvery goddamn barbs against me.
By the way, speaking of the javelin, Aaron, was it your left shoulder or right shoulder that got lanced and that lost you control of that arm?
I do believe we landed on left.
I believe so as well, yeah.
So yeah, your left arm is useless.
Woohoo!
Sorry, Aaron.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I do a lot of melee attacks, so it matters a lot.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I play Larry Talbot, a lycanthropic warlock. And last time, I may have perhaps expedited our timetables a little bit. We've got the crucial information from Basil Hallward about where the painting was and sort of what was going on. Seeing the severity of the situation and that it really felt like a now or never. It felt like Dorian had Phantom's painting. It felt like Mary was really throwing out their best shot to cause a distraction. So it was like, okay, now or never, let's go. Took Jack to the secret entrance downstairs. Jack picked up Marlowe, who was very crucial in this whole thing going right. We did this whole elaborate plot of trying to rip this all-powerful, corrupted painting off the wall. It shouldn't have worked as well as it did, but by gum, with all the resources we threw at it, we managed to tear the portrait off the wall, make it to the other side of this like desecrated, hollowed ground, just in time for Dorian to find his way downstairs with Phantom's painting. And as soon as everybody regrouped down here, Marlowe cast a spell that we managed to prepare with the pocket watch, thanks to Jack. What was the spell, Dan?
Dispel evil and good.
Yes, Marlowe is able to dispel evil and good, the portrait, which caused the true monstrous form of Dorian Gray to erupt out of it. And now we are in a combat with both Dorian Gray, as we see him as the young boy in front of us, and this and his horrible counter half of all the corruption and debauchery he has done over the years made manifest. So things are looking great for us. We're all exhausted on our resources.
Oh, not me. I'm good.
We're all very.
I'm pretty solid.
That's good. We're gonna need your help, bud, because I am looking rough in terms of things I can do. But ready for a boss fight.
Yeah, Bailey, we're gonna need your help against that painting, the evil painting.
No problem.
Yeah,
I got
can
it.
you help us out? You seem like a nice guy. You've been super cool this whole time.
I mean, well, technically, Dorian doesn't know what's going on either, so.
He's like, ugh, that's weird. Don't like that.
You bring up a good point last session is like, what am I doing to you guys? You guys came up here and started messing my shit up.
In Bailey's defense, the party has instigated 100% of the conflict here.
He's been the shadiest guy.
Well, you know, aside from him enslaving the only important figure in my life prior to this podcast, sure.
Yeah.
I did not say that it was undeserved instigation.
Hello, I'm Grayson. I play Jack Griffon, the Invisible Man, the party's rogue. Last episode, a lot of the stuff that Jack was able to do was, of course, because he teamed up with Larry and he was kind of sneaking around looking for a secret entrance. But when him and Larry were eventually down in the Undercroft area with Marlowe, it really felt like it was a point of no return. So Jack and Larry were trying to figure out a way to solve what they had in front of them with the very minimal amount of time that they had, and thought of the pocket watch. And hey, you know what? Sometimes you may plan for an extra session, and then other times your players are just like, nah, man, we're doing this now.
Now or never.
Yeah. So I think the really cool play that I had last session was I just grabbed Marlowe, and he was kind of like our VIP ticket.
Not gonna lie, the pocket watch play was genius.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big brain.
Hiya, my name's Bailey, and I play Dorian Gray, the College of Eloquence Bard. And, boy, howdy, am I also in a bit of a pickle. Last time I did my utmost to repair my image in the public eye while kindly asking that these ruffians vacate the premises. Instead, what happened was some of my guests were slaughtered. The big brutish monster tried attacking me in order to distract me from the fact that the rest of his friends went in search of my own precious portrait. What's worse is they found it really easily. Despite me threatening to kill the Phantom, nobody even cared. So
Yeah, you need a way better hostage, my dude. Sorry.
yeah, no. So they just kind of proceeded with their own thing, and I'm sitting here like, I'ma do it, and nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Everyone's like,
okay, listen. So you guys all think, and everybody's like, Dorian's such a terrible guy. He's just terrible. But hey, my underlings all listen to me. Everybody listens to me and does what I ask. Phantom, everybody hates you. What's going on with that? Like,
It's an attitude
I'm
thing.
supposed to be the evil guy.
On the subject of evil, real quick, I want to throw out right before this boss fight starts for the audience that Dan has once again placed us 170 feet away from where the boss is. So get ready for the first 3 turns to be sprinting over there.
Well, with that, You better start running. Before we get started, Jordan, card of the day.
Oh, card of the day. I have either the Sun or the Empress. The Sun basically gives me resistance against fire and radiant damage. The spells you deal that cast fire or radiant damage do 1d6 extra damage. I don't really have any spells that do that. The Empress, on the other hand, I'm considered proficient in persuasion. Your proficiency bonus is doubled. Once per short rest, you can cast suggestion without expending a warlock spell slot. In a very specific circumstance, might come in clutch. So we're going to activate the Empress.
All right. So, I am going to give you guys 1 minute to strategize pre-fight, and then the lair action will kick in and the boss fight starts.
So we're all dashing, right?
All right, Dorian, what are we doing?
Okay, so
I'm on his team. You guys go away.
I guess you're technically still on my team, yeah.
Who's going to be the priority? Because the painting is, of course, what makes him vulnerable, but, I mean, he's not going to stand there.
No.
My thought is attack painting and see what happens.
My thought is also attack pain and see what happens, but at the same time, I'm scared about Phantom. I don't know what to do. I am at a loss.
Skedaddle away from him as far as we can. Just arm jail them both.
Arm jail both Phantom and Dorian?
Yeah, you got 2 arms.
Yeah, right, I do.
That's one more than Phantom.
That's true.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but in all seriousness, I think we gotta hightail it to portrait and see what we can do.
And that is 1 minute. So, I'm going to roll for the lair action.
Oh, Lordy, what layer is this?
Great layers.
I mean, this is going to hurt Dorian too, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, poop.
Well, this first one flops because you guys are 170 feet away from it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yay!
So, the room begins to violently shake, and a dark emanating force seeps out from the painting that psychically affects all creatures within 60 feet of it.
Sweet.
I'm not going to tell you how, because no one is within 60 feet of it.
Awesome!
Yeah.
We missed it by just a hair, 100-foot hair.
Damn,
That's a really long hair.
Long-ass hair.
That's a Rapunzel-sized hair. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, so, Jack, it is your turn.
Sweet. I love going first. Well, me being the tired boy that I am, I believe that's having my movement and disadvantage on ability stuff. So, with that being the case, I'm gonna attempt to hide under this bench over here, because that's like 15 feet away from me.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
You just skedaddle under there.
Yeah. I did roll an 18 and a 12, and I believe I have a +9.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sweet.
So, you are able to successfully jump and hide under some of the upturned pieces of furniture that have fallen down into this underground corridor. So, you are hiding beneath a nearby bench.
Nobody perceived me. Oh, that would have been so much more helpful. Damn it. Okay, well, I saw an item that I have still, and I totally forgot about it.
Welcome to the Womp Womp Club at Population Us.
Yes, exactly. It's all good. It's all good. I got another turn, hopefully.
It's still your turn, so you can take it back and do your other thing if you...
I would want to see if I can get on the broom, because the broom isn't tired, and the broom can go, I think, 50 feet.
Very clever. That would be an action.
And then you said I could use a cunning action to hide, so...
You just like scooch onto the broom under the bench.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do next turn, but if I can try and do it now, my animal handling is dog shit. Haha. But we'll just see what I get with disadvantage. So, with disadvantage, that's an 11.
With an 11, I'm going to say you are able to get on the broom. You are not able to do it subtly. Make another stealth check in order to remain hidden.
That is a 16 with disadvantage. And then, just out of curiosity, I know I used 15 feet of my movement. Is it too broken if I use the broom's movement to basically just go behind some pillars that are on the far left?
With a 16 on your stealth and an 11 on your animal handling, I will say the broom can get you halfway there, but you have not called a significant amount of attention to yourself.
Okay.
You are still hidden. You will be easily spotted, but nobody has tracked you yet.
All right. With that, I think I'm solid. Thank you.
It's probably good that you did that immediately, because the painting will take a legendary action.
Oh boy, what?
Oh boy, no.
I'm sorry, can you please not?
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Well, in that case, never mind.
Since you asked so nicely.
All right, hit us with it.
I have to cross-reference something real quick. Never mind, he's not going to legendary action because y'all are too far away.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, we're like 165 feet away, or
You know, ask and you shall
Awesome.
receive. Yeah.
Being far away helps sometimes.
So you know what? I am just as much punished for this absurd map size as you are.
love it.
So Dorian, it's your turn.
Dorian, not knowing what's going on, doesn't know his painting can do this. So he looks over at his painting and he's quite distraught, actually. What is going on? He looks to everybody else. One person just disappears and there's a flying bench and he's like, what's going on? So he is going to pull out all of the stops right now. I'm gonna do probably the most powerful thing that I can do in general. So y'all better be ready.
I'm not.
I mean, this might completely end the combat.
Oh, Nani?
All right, this totally could end the combat right now. Okay. I'm gonna plead.
What?
Dorian's shoulders are gonna just kind of drop, and he's gonna look over at the Phantom, and he's gonna say, "You know what, Mr. of the Opera? I'm actually quite a big fan of yours. It might seem strange to say, but I actually believe that you and I could have been fast friends under different circumstances, and you may not believe me when I say I really did want to share this immortality with you. You could have had everything. The stardom, the wealth, hell, the girl. And yet you still chose to stand against me. Why? And for what? So that you could save your precious friends? I let them go. And I'm not sure if you've been hearing the same things as I have, but they don't even seem to care if you're live or die. And what about the rest of you? Why don't you just leave? Your companion, or whatever he is to you, would have had everything he would have wanted here. I may treat my subordinates like things, but at the very least, I keep them very comfortable and well-maintained. The only thing I wanted here was to stay beautiful and enjoy the finer things in life. I wasn't even in your way. I could have helped you had you just asked. I'm asking. No, I'm pleading with you. Just leave. I'll even give you back the Phantom should he choose to leave, and I'll do my utmost to release his soul from the portrait. Granted, I may need some help, but I'm willing to do what it takes to get you to leave me the hell alone.
You ask us why we came here with him. It's because he asked. We fought with him through hell and back. And because I told him I will help him find his calm. You are hurting people. You are making others suffer. While Phantom here has made people suffer, he wants to make things better. He does not want to keep Christine as his thing. He wants her to be free. I am
I was
willing.
about to say, do you actually have any reason to believe that?
Yeah.
I'm just I don't know.
He's vibing.
So, Dorian, do you really want us to leave you alone? And do you honestly think I will just stand idly by while I know you are harming people, while you're making people suffer for your so-called beautiful youth?
Well, I had certainly hoped that the answer was yes. But it seems that you will not just leave me alone.
No. but that does not mean I won't help you. I will not help you harm more people, but that does not mean I won't help you walk a better path and right the wrongs you have made.
Dorian is going to look at you. He's going to hear the first word that you said, no. And his eyes are going to look through you, and he did not hear a single thing that you said after that. He's going to put a hand on the Phantom's shoulder and say, attack the big one.
When it's my turn, totally down. I will throw out there, I'm missing an arm, so actually I learned off screen that if I just plug this painting in, the one that you're holding of me, into that stream real quick, I can get my arm back. Can I do that first, or?
I mean, I'll do what I can to heal you up, but yes, in the meantime, I would love it if you just attacked your friends. That would be great.
You got it, bud.
And I'm assuming that ends your turn?
You know what? Would I be able to hold my turn until after the Phantoms?
Sure.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay, so now it is the painting's turn, and because I have made a severe miscalculation about the size of this room,
Yay!
the entity within this painting is going to spill out from past its frame, and its monstrous arms are going to dig into the ground, reaching out through the canvas, pressing down hard and cracking the stone beneath its fingers. And it is going to pry itself off the wall and vault forward 50 feet.
No!
Icky.
Oh no.
Icky.
That's right, you're coming to us this time, damn it. This is no Elder Brain situation.
Oh, it moves! I didn't account for the painting moving.
And that's all it's gonna do.
Yay!
Yay!
What I will say, after it uses its action to vault forward, it will use another 20 feet of movement to scrape and claw its way forward, dragging across the ground, threateningly closer towards you.
Yeah.
So now that will end its turn, and now it is Marlowe's turn.
Don't you dare.
And Marlowe, as he is continuing to maintain concentration on his Dispel Good and Evil to make the painting vulnerable, is going to say to everyone, well, I'm a little preoccupied at the moment, if you can't see, so I would highly encourage you to please take advantage of this while I can still do it. And in the meantime, keep me safe and keep me out of this.
That's all he wants.
Okay, cool.
And he's going to start backing away from Dorian and the Phantom. I would appreciate any help that you all can give me to keep me shielded, but I'll let you in on another little secret of mine. I have the power to make it so that if you punch me, you catch on fire. And using his other magical secret, he's going to cast Flame Shield.
Mary just freaks. He's like, no, thank you.
So then a small circle of fire begins to encircle around Marlowe, and these little flames form just a series of, 4 floating shields that spiral around him with about a 50% opacity that you can see through. And he says, well, that's it. The rest is on you. So now it is Phantom's turn.
Monster, my friend, Mary, would you like me to do this straightforward or cool and tricky? I prefer cool and tricky, but I think it will be more of a betrayal to you.
When Dorian said, attack the big one, I just closed my eyes and muttered under my breath, is like,
Then redemption is not for you then.
and I just crack my neck and I look at Phantom, I was like,
But it's still good for you. And honestly, Phantom, I'd be disappointed if you didn't do it in your own style.
and I get in my own fighting stance.
All right, then. And I'm going to draw my rapier, and I'm going to pose all cool and dramatic. But you don't get to know this. I actually cast Unseen Servant.
Oh.
I get it.
No, don't Oh. No, don't Oh.
No?
Dan, what's the efficacy going to be of me having the unseen servant start to pull out the stitches on the monster.
Oh.
I have to really ponder that.
That's a really cool. I didn't even think about that. Dang.
Well, shit.
Sorry, Ben. I asked.
It's okay.
Straightforward, I would have just stabbed you, and we all know that wouldn't have done very much.
You can't say you weren't curious what the creative way would be.
Oh man.
All I know is that like Aaron's pretty fucking tricky, and the creative way is magic.
So here's what I'm going to say for that. The unseen servant will need to make a series of sleight of hand checks to be able to accomplish that, and the DC is going to be Mary's armor class.
Oh, okay, then I'm still gonna fail miserably. Cool. We're safe. Ben, we're safe.
Yeah, because my AC is a 20.
And my sleight of hand is +0, so.
Oh, you're fucked.
Oh man.
You're fucked, my friend.
Invisible Servant got a respectable 15. I mean, it's not gonna do anything, but at least it's not like my classic
That's
1.
not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad, but not gonna do it.
And then in a not full action, not real attacky way, I'm gonna like poke monster with the rapier a little bit so that it counts as my like duty to attack, because I was told to.
You satisfy that requirement and mildly annoy Mary.
That's the turn.
All right, so Mary, you get the mildly annoyed condition. It doesn't do anything.
But it's there.
It's definitely there.
Random question for the DM. Are unseen servants considered celestial or fiends?
I don't think they have a creature type.
All right, so divine sense isn't
They're
gonna...
union.
They are union.
Yeah, they are union.
They are union.
Yeah, it's not considered to be a creature.
Well, anyways, it's not my turn yet. It's Dorian's turn.
Well, this is going to be just it's just gonna be funny.
Oh no. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Can't wait.
cast Kinetic Jaunt because it's the only bonus action thing I can do.
What's it do?
It makes me dance. And
Is he gonna be doing an Irish jig?
exactly. My speed increases by 10 feet, and I can move through the space of another creature, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain. That's all it does.
Very impressive, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, so I'm just dancing.
Okay, so your movement speed increases by 10 feet, and you can move through other creatures' space by dancing around them.
Awesome.
All right, anyway, back to Mary's turn.
You can't take some. You can take the barbarian out of the paladin, but you can't take the paladin. Or never mind. God damn it, that did not work. I'm gonna go into a rage.
Excellent. Which storm are you invoking?
The sea storm. So it's still 1d6 lightning damage, and my target is, of course, Dorian.
What? Why?
Because reasons.
But
Dorian hasn't done anything to you.
He's done nothing wrong.
the Phantom is the one that's annoying you, not me.
You see, Mr. Gray, they're used to it. I'm always annoying them.
Yeah, he's an annoying bastard, but he's our annoying bastard.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that just for the party's annoying sake, Dorian is only just the straw that broke the camel's back and nothing else. He's not actually that bad. It's just that they've been dealing with annoying so much that any bit more annoying is just that puts him over the edge.
To be fair, they've had a lot of encounters with bards between Phantom and Marlowe. They put up with a lot of bard bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the result of that dex save?
Nat 20.
Oh, well, shit. Never mind. So for my actual attack, I'm not going to attack Phantom, nor am I going to attack Dort, because I have a Thunder Javelin, and that range has 120 feet. And guess who is 105 feet away from me?
Ooh.
So I am going to imbue my javelin with lightning. I cast the word, hold up, because I have a word. It's essentially thunderstruck in Latin.
Rad.
Thank you. So I summon Toritrum, I imbue it with lightning, and I'm going to chuck it at the painting.
All right, and I believe the painting has to make a dex save.
Hey, painting, just lay down. Just lay flat.
Turn to the side.
Yes, please do. Be prone.
Yeah.
So that is a 10.
And for damage, it's a d6 plus 4.
And it is an extra 4d6 of lightning damage if you say the command phrase and turn it into a lightning bolt.
Oh!
And I mean, that's your 1 for the day, but good use of it.
Hell yeah.
That is a 5. That is a 10. That is a 16 on the other 4. So 16 plus 6, 22, if my math is correct.
I will take your word for it.
Woo! Let's go!
All right, so the painting is going to get lanced for 22 damage.
It feels like shit, doesn't it, Mr. Gray? I had the same thing.
Power of Seraphim, I invoke thee!
Excellent. So it has taken 22 damage, and the entity within the painting recoils and begins to writhe and split apart into flecks of paint before reforming back into this monstrous silhouette.
That was sick as hell.
And I'm assuming that ends your turn.
Yes, because I can't summon the javelin back and just throw the javelin again, can I?
You can summon it back, but you can't throw it again until your next turn.
I will summon it back then.
All right, and that will end your turn.
Yep.
In for a penny, in for a pound. So, as a legendary action, the painting is going to crawl another 20 feet closer.
That's a scary legendary action.
Yeah.
Keep doing those.
That is 2 out of 3 legendary actions.
Wow.
Neato.
Let's just stay back here, guys.
My painting is not very intelligent.
So over to you, Larry.
All right. Dorian, would you answer a question honestly for me?
Of course.
Is there any way we would have convinced you to stop stealing souls to preserve your own youth? Like, any way at all?
That is a tricky question to answer because, as of now, no. However, if there were a different way to continuously stay beautiful, then, of course, I would change in a moment. It's, after all, a lot of work to do what I do every day, and I would certainly not like to do all of that work.
Fair enough, I don't have an answer for you to keep you eternally young.
Mr. Gray,
So that's...
I actually have a related question.
Go right ahead, as long as I'm up for a Q&A.
You hang out with like a disproportionate number of vampires. Were you unaware that that's obviously a way to stay beautiful forever? That would have taken like a lot less work.
I mean, fangs are not for me. Not the dark and brooding type.
He wants to dance about in the sun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough. Continue with Larry.
You've been asking us this whole time why were we so brash, and you know what? We were very impulsive. That's on us, but I tell you, we've gone through so many people who have told us sweet words, that have given us promises of what they could do to help for us when we've gone to them seeking help, and you know what? They've always stabbed us in the back. So I hope you'd forgive us a little bit for not having the same patience here today. And then I have a question for you, Erik. You heard Dorian's proposition. Would you have taken it?
I mean, honestly, it was like everything I was looking for. Super down to take it. Still might take it, but not from him. This guy tried to buy a person. Sort of a deal breaker for me on that one.
I mean, I don't want him anymore.
Mr. Gray, I just hope you know that our friendship is currently predicated on this painting, because, like, that's a really shitty thing to say. Mary's very cool.
He has only tried to hurt me as far as I've known him, so I'm sure he's cool to you, but he is definitely not cool to me.
You didn't see the lightning spear, did you? You blinked, didn't you? You missed it. It was very
yes.
cool.
I was turned over here. There was some dust in my eye.
Oh, that's such a shit.
everyone
Oh, you could have
always
seen.
messes
You know what?
it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Dorian, that sucks. That sucks for you. It was really, really cool. In another world, maybe he can do something like that again.
Yeah, I was reeling in pain after that, so I didn't even see the aftermath, but I'm sure it was very impressive. However, I still do not wish to purchase him, even if he can throw a lightning spear.
I mean, I could do more than just throw a lightning spear. I could also chuck Jack across the room, too.
We don't want him to want to purchase you, Mary. Just do not contribute.
So much could have been solved if we had just talked like this at the beginning. You could have just said no to me purchasing him, and I would have been okay with that.
It shows like a root systemic problem. Also, you kidnapped Christine, and that was a really bad way to start.
Didn't necessarily kidnap her. She came to me, asked for my help, and when I gave it to her, she was not entirely happy, but she did get what she wanted.
I just feel like you ruined my grand moment of compassion when I unkidnapped and freed her, and then I see her again 15 years later or something, just kidnapped again, fully different person, kind of, undoes a lot of the work I did on a personal level for growth.
I mean, I know. I have looked into your past before, and like I said, I am a fan. Love the fire, by the way. But I'd like to point out that if we had talked civilly, there was a possibility that I could have just let her go.
Hearing these two banter back and forth like this, Larry's having such a hard time because he's trying to finally confront ultimately the Phantom and where his line is. So he's gonna ask again, so you would let so many souls be sacrificed. How far would you go? I don't think I've seen your limits yet, and that scares me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry. We get out of this scrape right now. I get back to the book with the voice I want, and I'll show you exactly where my line is.
I mean, you could just leave.
I can't. You're holding me as like a magic slave, man.
I mean, call off your people, and I'll let them go, and then I'll let you go. Don't come back afterwards. I feel like it's a pretty easy.
I think you keep forgetting one crucial detail, Mr. Gray. We can't keep letting you steal these souls and consuming these people for your own gain.
Then find me a new way. It's as easy as that. If you don't want me to do this, then find me a different way that I can continue doing the thing that I want. It would have been so easy if we had just talked around, I don't know, the episode that I was first introduced. That would have been so easy. But no.
But no, I was doing a stupid bit where I was pretending to be this guy, which, by the way, I'm gonna take off my Party City costume now. It feels very tonally inconsistent.
Oh, so you're just like a regular guy?
Yeah, at best. I'm just a guy.
I'm gonna expedite this last legendary action.
Oh no! We messed around for too long. Oh,
Dan said plots moving forward whether you fucking want it or not.
And the painting is going to cast Dispel Magic on Marlowe.
Ooh.
So he will have to make a DC 15 charisma check to break through Marlowe's Dispel Evil and Good.
Oh no, charisma.
That is a 13 plus 4, so that is a 17. So the Dispel Evil and Good breaks.
No! Shit.
And a mystical varnish is reapplied over the painting that makes it now invulnerable to attack. But that is its last legendary action. It doesn't get them refreshed until its next turn.
In two people's turns.
One of which is mine.
So how's Emotep doing?
You know what? Let's check in on Imhotep and see. So Imhotep, you have now moved up about 5 or 6 souls. There are still hundreds in front of you. You are still outside of the dam, and still more souls and imps and other devilishly infernal creatures begin to spawn behind you, each one repeating the refrain as they do appear. Damn.
I'm gonna look to the guys right behind me and say, could you do me a favor? Hold this. And I start moving the boulder so that they have to hold the boulder for me for a second.
I didn't say yes!
And as they are now holding the boulder, I'm gonna climb up and just try to look to see how much further I have to go. See if there is a feasible end to this line.
Distance-wise, not far.
Speed-wise, ugh.
It looks as though, once you get through to the inside, that you won't have much farther to go before you get to the portal leading to the Infernal Courts. But the line does that snake formation thing.
Oh no, it has switchbacks! Oh no!
This is truly hell.
Where is my fast pass when I need it?
And you look over to the Fast Pass line. It is only Prosecutor LaRose that is in the Fast Pass line.
And I choose to believe he, every, 5 minutes or so does go in, get processed, pop back out, get back in the Fast Pass line, and just keep cycling through ahead of all of you.
After the third time of watching him do that, he goes, "May I ask you a question?"
No, you may not. Ka-ching, and then he goes right through.
Okay, understandable.
And we'll cut back to the boss fight.
Okay, so in response to Dorian being like, if you can help me figure out an alternative way, then sure. Larry just kind of shakes his head and goes, I don't have a solution that wouldn't cause more harm than the harm you're already causing, which is simply, it's atrocious what you're doing. So I think we're stuck here, Mr. Gray. But one more question I am going to ask is for you to hand over the painting you're holding. And I'm going to cast suggestion.
All right.
Excellent. Please describe suggestion.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within the range that can hear and understand you. The suggestion must be worded in a way as to make the course of action sound reasonable. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
A 13.
Oh, DC is a 14.
Ooh.
So I ask you kindly to hand over the portrait, Mr. Gray.
I will. As a sign of good faith that I will allow all of you to leave. And I hand over the painting. Which it has a giant gaping hole through it, by the way. Yeah, I'd like to point out that this was not me that did this. This was him.
So, Phantom, you are now charmed by Larry.
Oh, goody.
As always.
Wow. That's a blatant lie, that is. And I shove it into the bag of holding.
I think we tried that.
Let's attempt that one more
Okay.
Well,
time.
Phantom's painting.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, Phantom's painting. Hopefully it's smaller in size.
On your next turn.
Got it.
So now, it is the next layer action that I'm going to roll for. With a 6, while Dorian is being amiable, his painting is not. And the entity within it, now that it has magically resealed itself, that magic is spilling out of it. And the flecks of paint begin to bleed out past the edges of the painting and billow out into a gaseous fog that envelops a 15-foot sphere within 20 feet of it.
Oh, thank God.
Within 120 feet of it, sorry.
What?
That's mean.
Psych.
And it is going to envelop Marlo, Larry, and Mary, who all must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or become charmed by the painting.
No. No.
Oh, no. I don't like this.
Wait, does that mean if Larry gets charmed, the Phantom does too?
Yeah, I think so.
I asked you to leave. I mean, I'm just saying.
I didn't get a chance yet.
And nope, 3.
Oh, 13. And that's with a +5.
Oh, I have a +1, so mine's technically a 4.
Marlo rolled an 18, and Marlo is going to counter charm.
Thank you, Marlo.
So both of you roll with
Cry
advantage.
if it was all 3.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you, Marlo.
I was
We love you,
terrified.
Marlo.
I was scared it was going to be Jack and Marlo versus the world.
oh, thank God! I got a dirty 19.
What'd you get?
Well, I'm not going to say anything.
Better not be silvery barbs.
No, I was just, counter charm is an action.
You're right. Yeah, that is an action.
Well, we can hold our successes till Marlo's turn. Okay. Well, on Marlo's turn, I got a 22.
Okay, so on Marlo's turn. Until then, though,
Oh, no.
no.
Mary and Larry are charmed by the painting,
Damn it.
and you feel a hypnotic compulsion to protect it.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'm going to give you guys another minute to strategize, and then it will be Jack's turn.
I don't know if I should even continue with the information that I have right now, because my original plan was to essentially get closer to you guys so I can offer the help action, because my help action extends 30 feet.
Oh,
I think that would be good.
Because if the painting's moving closer, then I could just get closer to you guys, wait for it to come to us, and just take the help action to give you guys an extra boost.
Straight up, I don't know if it has to get any closer. We do appear to be in range now.
Yeah.
Well, was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it a legendary action that it took when it was like 60 feet?
Just a lair action.
Oh, that was a lair
Which, I mean,
action.
I'm glad we weren't in it, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the big deal.
Okay.
So, Jack, it is your turn.
All right, so I will continue with what I was potentially planning. I don't know if I would have to make a check for this, but just because it's a painting and I've seen a thing kind of crawl out from the frame of it, does that almost make it seem like there's no visual on the backside of it?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
I get what you're implying, and yes, it can't see behind itself.
Okay, that's mostly just food for thought for me. But I had something else that I was gonna try and do on my turn. So Jack's actually gonna move a little bit closer. I will be at my max range for my help action. It'll give one of my allies advantage on one of their rolls.
Okay, so you are moving within range of Mary and Larry
And Marlowe.
and Marlowe.
Yes,
Are you using help as an action or as a bonus action?
I'm using it as an action, and then I will take the bonus action if I need to re-stealth,
Yes, please do.
because I don't want to get hit by magic.
Why? It's so much fun.
I disagree. I got a 10 and a 13, brings me to 19, I believe, for stealth.
Okay, you are still hidden. So now it is Dorian's turn.
well, I mean, I want to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'd like to just say, I'm sorry if it works.
That's promising.
I'm going to move right over here, and I'm going to, as a bonus action, use Unsettling Words. As a bonus action, you can expend one of your bardic inspirations and choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. Roll the bardic inspiration dice. The creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. And as my action, I would like to cast Charm Person, both on Marlowe.
What is subtracted from his charisma save? Or wisdom save, I mean.
It's a D10.
Okay, you roll the d10, I'll roll the d20.
That is a 7.
Well, he rolled an unnatural 20, so the 7 makes that a 13.
And a 13 does not succeed. So he is charmed by me.
So we don't get to his next turn. And so we're not going to break free, right?
Well, I did take the help action, but that's up to
that's
Marlowe.
right.
That is right, yeah.
That does include Marlowe, so Marlowe does get a reroll.
Mm-hmm.
The reroll was worse.
Ah.
Oh.
Like I said before, I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
Dorian sees the glazed looks that you all have. It pops into his head. He thinks to himself, if I can just charm the rest of them, then I can get them out of here and get back to my regularly scheduled program. It's ingenious.
I don't know if it matters. It would roll its wisdom saving throw with advantage if your companions are fighting it. So Marlowe's technically in this combat, right? So
He's in combat.
I will take being in combat as being an additional layer of advantage. So I'm going to have him roll one more time.
Okay. One more time, baby.
And just out of curiosity, what is the DC?
It is a 17.
Oh.
So only a nat 20 will do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Marlowe.
Nope, 16.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, everybody.
All right.
I did apologize
Join
first.
the club, Marlowe.
So Marlowe is charmed by Dorian.
And it's Jack versus the world.
Hey, buddy, can you just go ahead and leave?
Just walk away.
And Marlowe's gonna say, well, seeing as we seem to have come to an amiable conclusion, I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah.
And now it is the painting's turn. Let's see if he's given a reason why not.
I'll take care of the painting, don't worry.
The painting is going to again vault forward 50 feet. And now that everyone is within 60 feet of it,
Son of a biscuit.
The entity inside is going to let out a shrill, painful wail, and it will cast Shatter.
Oh. Uh-oh.
It's going to center it on Mary, because Mary's the one that hit it. Each creature in a 10-foot radius. It will include Dorian, Phantom, and Larry.
Wow.
So you all must make a Constitution saving throw.
Would that do anything for their charm?
Yeah, because they're charmed by it.
Yeah, because it attacks us. Does it break the charm?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. All right,
that's good enough.
Constitution saving throw.
Well, mine's gonna be garbage.
How's my 9 doing me? Pretty good.
I don't know. How's my nat 1 doing me?
No!
You know, Mr. Gray, in another life, I really do think that we could have been pretty close.
Well, not to steal your thunder, but I also got a nat 1.
Yeah! Let's go!
How's my nat 20 look?
Woo!
Jesus.
Yeah!
What is going on with this particular roll?
So, with your nat 20, you take no damage.
Yay.
You are no longer charmed.
Yay! I'm not charmed anymore. Ha ha ha!
The 2 nat 1s will take 6d6 psychic damage. Phantom, you will take 3d6 psychic damage.
But hey, 6d6, that'll probably knock you out of your charm.
Oh, God, I hope. At the very least, I hope
yeah.
so.
So, Phantom, you take 8 damage. Also, yeah, Phantom and Larry, you are no longer charmed.
I believe I walked down here with 1 HP. Do I get to do a cool death rebirth?
Go for it.
Just fall over, flopped on the ground, lay on the ground for a little bit, dramatically dead. And then, like, the death pose, like, changes. Phantom, like, rolls over and then, like, poses a different way. And then rolls over and poses a different way. It's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Not today. And just stands back up alive.
So now you're back to full health. You don't regain any of your expendable resources, though.
But I'm not at 1. Woo!
But you're not at 1. Dorian and Larry, you will each take 15 damage.
Okay, just 15.
And that will end the painting's turn.
But Larry is free, and Larry's mad that something was in his head.
Let me just be clear, that was not me.
Yeah?
It looked like me. It was your painting.
Sure looks a lot like you.
It wasn't, though. You gotta believe me.
I don't believe you.
And now it is Marlowe's turn. He's going to walk his movement speed back to the front door, and that's his turn.
Son of a biscuit.
Then, as a legendary action,
Oh my gosh.
this will take 2 out of the 3 legendary actions to do this.
Oh my gosh.
The painting is going to pull upon its charm. So, Mary, you will take an additional 3d6 psychic damage, and the painting will heal for that much.
Oh my gosh.
As it siphons the life out of you.
No! And I already used my thunder. Okay, 3d6.
3d6.
Roll. Okay. They're low numbers. 1, 2, 4. 4. It only heals for 4, and I only take 4 damage.
That's not dramatic enough.
Roll 3 more. No.
Anyway, as the painting drains the life out of you, it begins to bolster a little bit, and those broken apart speckles of paint flecks begin to slowly clump back together and reform. Now it is Phantom's turn.
Well, as much as a fighter, as you know I all am, right at the front lines every time, I do have a more pressing matter. So, Larry, if you'd be so kind, and then one of the stagehands is just going to snatch my painting out of Larry's hand.
Okay, this will be just the same unseen servant that was trying to pull apart Mary.
Yep.
What? Well, can I resist that? I don't have a lot of strength, but I want to at least, like, push back a little bit.
Either strength or sleight of hand.
Okay. Big, beefy 4.
Phantom, roll strength opposed.
Oh, well, now that I have to roll against you, Jordan, then I think we're doing okay.
DC 4.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna laugh so hard if you fail this.
Oh, never mind. I rolled an 18.
Okay, so Phantom, yes, you do get the painting back. And now, Phantom, you are charmed by yourself.
As always.
Yay.
You're your own friend.
And now I'm going to dash all the way over here. 60 feet. I'm going past the painting. I don't give a shit. Honestly, I might give it like a cool, like, ooh, look at you. So cool. And then I'm past it.
Just, hey, good looking.
That's all. Have fun.
All right.
All right, so Mary, it is your turn.
Marlowe is still charmed, and the painting is technically invincible, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, and if Marlowe leaves, it will continue to be.
Are you really gonna attack Marlowe?
Just to break the charm.
I'm not going to punch him, but I'm going to throw the javelin at him so he can be uncharmed. So on his next turn,
Marlowe,
Just-
wait, you're not gonna do less damage, you're gonna do more?
He doesn't want to get hit with the flame shield.
Oh.
You're so smart.
because when he said punch me, I catch fire. So I am going to use my lightning javelin, not imbue it with lightning. It's just going to be a regular javelin throw, and I'm going to aim it at his foot.
Yeah, I was like, please don't hit the heart. That'd be real bad.
You just kill him outright. Like,
Can I make another suggestion? Do you still have your storm aura, the lightning thing?
Thank you, Grayson. That's a better idea. I'll just do that.
All right, Marlowe will make a dexterity saving throw. That's a 3.
okay.
I was trying to mitigate the damage.
Awesome.
Okay, so he takes 2 damage.
All right, and he is going to roll another save on the charm.
Which is still a 17.
And he rolled a 19 plus 2, so 21.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Marlowe's back, baby.
So Marlowe puts his hand on the handle of the door, gets struck by lightning, then really quickly heel turns and says, "What the fuck was that for?" Oh, fine.
He knows he
Yeah.
was charmed.
He does know he was charmed.
Sorry, I need you to do a thing, but yeah.
I'm sorry too. I'm just trying to get everybody out of here.
Well, I'm not happy about it. Fuck you, and fuck you too.
I said I was sorry, for fuck's sake, alright?
I mean, as long as we're all equal, that's all that I want.
You know what? Since I can't attack the painting, I need to attack something. I'm
right.
going to attack Dorian with my longsword. I need to hit something because I can't hit the thing that really hurts you, but I can at least hit you, and hopefully that slows you down.
Yeah, go for it.
I really hate that you say it like that.
We need to get you healthy coping mechanisms, Mary.
Natural 17 plus 6 to hit.
Oh, that barely squeaks it out. Yeah.
No, that's fine. You only take 5 damage.
Oh man, I'm really hurting.
It's so mean.
And that ends my turn.
Productive turn.
Dorian with the sword in his clavicle is like, I think you need healthier coping mechanisms.
The two people who shouldn't be talking.
And I think you need to stop stealing souls.
And I just try to get my sword out. I was like, damn, that is stuck in there deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
Larry, it's over to you.
Dan, can I hold my turn till after Invisible Man?
Sure.
I'm going to ask, Jack, I'm going to need you to use the pocket watch on me.
If you're sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Imhotep's gonna come back and be like, why is everybody just not sleeping? Everybody take a nap.
But just a short rest. Just a quick little napsy poo is all I
So
need.
if you adjust the dial on the pocket watch from 12 to 6,
Okay, cool.
then Larry can take an instant short rest, and the next long rest will only count as a short rest.
Has Larry already been hit with the pocket watch?
He has.
Yes, there will be sleep deprivation.
He will take a level of exhaustion,
All right. I'll add that to my notes.
Oh, shit.
but he'll get his spell slots back.
Yeah, your guys' next long rest is gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump to Imhotep.
Oh my god, we're inside!
Oh,
Yeah.
into the building!
Dan, you had a really productive set of turns.
It was literally banging my head against a rock. That was literally it.
Where was the VIP line for LaRose?
There's still one inside, and it's just like a straight line that goes next to the snaking switchback line.
So Imhotep has now made it inside of the building. And so now in the terminal, he is essentially in a very tall red room. There is some very nice carpeting. There are some pristine marble columns all throughout. And there is a large stained glass silhouette of Vierna and Belial. And he is also in the back of a very, very long set of switchbacks that snake back and forth, frustratingly long.
Whoever designed this, I really hope they are here.
And as you say, I really hope they are here, you hear a little chime, and if you look up over your shoulder, you can see a couple of screens along the wall that are mystically playing reruns of commercials advertising the services of Fierna and Belial.
Prepare for trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
To protect the world from legislation.
Yeah.
To condemn all things within our nation. To pronounce your verdicts with truth and love. To extend our rulings to layers above. Fierna. Belial. Flagerhoff's attorneys to set things right. Call today and prepare to fight.
I do declare that's right.
God, yeah!
And this little heart-horned imp jumps out in front to say that last bit as Prosecutor LaRose walks past you in the fast pass line and lip syncs to himself.
Oh my god.
And then the logo of Legathos in the Infernal Hell Court pops up on the screen right in front of LaRose's face.
I got Mike Wazowski'd.
You do get Mike Wazowski'd. As Fierna and Belial pose, the screen holds, and then it loops.
Just immediately. That's not even different ones.
Why fix what isn't broke?
Oh, I really don't want to die again. I don't want to have to come through this shit again.
And back to the boss fight. So now I'm gonna roll for the lair action.
You don't have to.
This is the one I specifically have been waiting for.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
The painting takes a deep inhale, and a violent vortex forms around the painting.
No.
Everyone make a strength saving throw.
Oh, good.
Come on.
DC 14. If you fail, you will be pulled 20 feet closer to the painting.
What?
Oh, that's not good.
Does the vortex extend behind?
It does.
Okay, physics is weird, but god damn it.
The inhale is more for flavor. The vortex is kind of surrounding the painting.
I rolled a natural 9, but my saving throw was a +6, so I just barely eked by with a 15.
Oh, man.
That'll work.
I rolled a 14, but my saving throw is -2, so it's 12.
Same Z's. Got a 12.
8. So I'm bumping the frame.
Yeah, same Z's.
With a -1, that gives me to 10. So
Join the crowd.
You said 20 feet.
Yep, 20 feet.
Yeah.
Whee!
Hey, I'm like right next to you, Larry. It works out.
Hey, bud.
Marlo actually has to roll too. Marlo fails that too, so he is also pulled.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Literally everyone except Mary gets pulled in 20 feet closer to this painting.
As Marlo's being pulled, I kind of do the mom's seatbelt thing, and I just hold up to him. And as he just stops and just hits my arm, I just look over. Oh, hey, that worked.
He narrows his eyes and says, "All right, well, fine. I guess that sets the slate clean."
Aw.
All right, so Jack, it is your turn.
Alrighty, so seeing as how Larry is kind of I'm gonna say he's within arm's reach.
Oh yeah, I'm like 5 feet away at max.
So I'll reach over and switch the dial with my thumb to the 6 instead of the 12 and pop Larry for a short rest because he asked for it.
The power of the enchanted pocket watch goes off at 2 times speed. And Larry, you get all of the benefits of a short rest. Now, your next long rest, you will only get the benefits of a short rest rather than a full long rest.
I will take it.
And you will gain 1 level of exhaustion for repeated use of the pocket watch.
I have noted it down.
But for now, go ahead and heal for 1 hit die and 1 d6 because Phantom exists.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
And regain both of your Warlock spell slots.
Yes, that's the big money.
So after that happens, I will move the broom and I'm gonna start heading towards Marlo. Can I go ahead and try and scoop him up?
Roll animal handling.
Ugh. I don't want to. All right. I think that's an 8.
With an
That's
an 8, you can get over to him, but you can't scoop him up.
Alrighty. So I'll just say that I'm right over here telling Marlo, if you want to move quickly, get on this thing. Actually, could I say that I was behind Mary?
Sure.
Okay, so since I'm now behind Mary, could I try and do a stealth check? Because I tend to hide behind him when I can.
All right, roll stealth with disadvantage.
Oh, no. Oh, no! So I'm pretty sure that a nat 1 trumps everything, right?
Yep. So with a nat 1,
I'm just behind Mary, and I'm kind of like...
As you speak to Marlo, everyone hears you and looks in your direction. And even though you are hiding behind Mary, the broom is just sticking out on both sides, floating behind him, with you hanging on.
Yep, I didn't think about that.
That's really funny. I like that image.
And I'm assuming that ends your turn.
Yes.
And then the painting, as a legendary action, is going to reach out and claw at you.
This painting doesn't really like you, huh?
I was looking for Larry.
Oof. All right.
And that is a 17 plus 9, so I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
It has a +9.
My armor class is 13, I would like to remind everybody.
Nice.
So that's going to deal 11 damage.
It's a good thing you just took a short rest.
Really is. It'd be looking really rough.
I mean, wait, I'm your enemy. It's a bad thing you just took a short rest, is what I mean.
So its arm seeps out through the painting. It melts down into paint beneath Dorian and then springs back up and slashes out at Larry in front of him before retracting back within the frame. And now it is Dorian's turn.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, now it's Larry's turn because he held his
Oh,
turn.
it's Larry's turn.
Yeah.
So as this painting, after drawing us close and lashing us out, Larry's just like knocked back and the wind's kicked out of him a little bit. Oh, but he's so mad. He doesn't like stuff playing with his mind. He's got enough occupants up there. You know, I really hate when stuff messes with my consciousness. But there's one thing I hate more, and that's people not taking responsibility for the carnage they caused, Dorian Gray. That portrait is you, and you are that portrait. I'm a fool for trying to play nice. And now we're gonna play really not nice. And Larry's gonna hold out his arms, and his eyes are gonna go yellow. And just slightly behind the portrait of Dorian Gray, right about there, it unfortunately encapsulates the phantom and maybe a little bit of Dorian, the person, but a small little hole is gonna start to form. And air is gonna start blasting through it, this cold, chill air. And Larry's gonna reach out his hands and widen that hole in the ground. And you two that are looking over there, you look down and you see this dark, starry abyss start to rip open in the floor as I cast Hunger of Hadar, or Hunger of Hater. I don't know.
One of those.
One of those. I like Hadar.
I like Hadar too.
I know, so do I.
So he's gonna cast Hungers of Hadar. I open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range and lasting for the duration. The void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate this area, and creatures fully within this area are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creatures that start its turn in this area take 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against them. So yeah, Larry, just in this pure rage, of having an extra occupant in his brain. How much of it is Larry's anger mixed with the wolf's anger? He's gonna tear a hole straight into the abyss right under these 3.
Why was I included in this?
Because you're close to the painting. I'm sorry, I can't get it.
You could have scooted it left.
But I want to make sure the painting has to run through it to get, if it needs to get back to its little plug-in spot.
Yeah, but it's funnier if you're in the middle of it.
Yeah, and Larry's not very happy with you.
I've done nothing wrong. Ever.
As much
I
as
saw you stab 2 people.
as much as Dorian's never done anything wrong because he's a perfect sweet angel.
To be clear, Dorian did try to stop you from killing those innocent people.
It's fair.
And punished you for it.
Punished me for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
after Mary stopped me. Yes.
Well, Mary was distracting me at the time, so.
While I see this whole rip open, I just like look over at Larry with my eyes wide open, like, note to self, do not piss off Larry.
And Larry's breathing hard and shaking as he's got this yellow glow in his eyes, maintaining concentration on this rift to the abyss.
How do you feel about the rift that you've just torn being a rift into what remains of the dream realm?
Ooh.
Interesting, yes.
That's really cool.
What about a rift into a certain line that exists in the 9 hells?
Yeah. So then to reflavor that, it's opening the rift into Sycorax's destroyed dream realm. It's filled with just creatures of nightmare, just reaching up and grasping and tugging at whatever they can reach just outside of the hole.
That's rad.
Thank you, that's Paterd.
That is really cool, yeah.
All right, so now it's Dorian's turn, and Dorian, you will immediately take the cold damage.
It is 2d6 cold damage, so that's 3 plus 6. 9.
9 damage, alright, cool.
Still not bad.
Wish it would do something.
For Dorian's turn, after seeing the giant rift you just opened up, he's gonna get damaged by it, but is going to smirk, look over at you, and say, so you're not just a regular dude. You're a freak just like the rest of us. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, regular dude.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
To be clear, I said that earlier. I was like, oh, so you're just a regular guy, huh?
Oh, fuck. That's a nat 1.
Okay, so that'll make this very spicy. Yikes. All right. That is 20 damage. Yeah, I rolled almost all 4s.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
So what's Larry at now?
19.
Ooh, boy. And is Hunger of Hadar concentration?
Yeah, it's a concentration.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to maintain your concentration. All you have to do is get above a 10.
Okay.
And it's a con save.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
The pit gets worse.
When you say that, you can see that your word, they hurt Larry. Like, he knows he's a monster. And even this, he can tell that he's pushing himself further into becoming a monster as himself. And you know what? He's like, screw it. If this is what I'm gonna be, I'm gonna lean into it. And just really doubles down on the rift in front of him.
All right.
Oh, and I'd also like to say, I move over here.
Okay.
Out of the Hadar. Does the nat 20 do anything, or do I just maintain?
The area of Hunger of Hadar is considered difficult terrain, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to say that the half movement speed that it provides becomes quarter movement speed with your nat 20 for this next round.
You got it.
Oh, okay, so I would have just been able to make it over here with kinetic jaunt.
Happy feet.
Yes. So yeah, Dorian, you are able to get out of this void, but the painting does not. Now, the painting is still invincible currently, but it begins to frost over, and icy daggers begin to form around the edges of its frame that, should it lose invulnerability, will later deal damage. I'm going to say it's going to take half damage from each of those the second that it loses invincibility.
You got it.
So now for the painting's turn, because it is blinded, it's going to attempt to retreat back to the safety of the soul stream. And because it is quarter movement, it will only be able to move 10 feet.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
And it is fighting through the tendrils of these nightmare entities that are crawling out of the dream realm, and the fragments of space rocks and islands that are bursting from it are erupting into ice and acid that continue to pool around its frames. Legendary actions refresh. Now it is Marlowe's turn.
Marlowe, you got a free ride.
First, I have to take care of this real quick. So he's going to do another Dispel Evil and Good. That is his only other 5th level spell slot.
So we got to protect this boy.
Oh, sweet boy.
So he says, "You need to protect this sweet boy." As he hops on to the broom, and he's going to make an animal handling roll. Nat 20.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I like the idea that Marlowe just rides it like an actual magic broom. All the rest of us are fucking around with it. It's bucking, it's wiggling. Marlowe just gets on and flies. Like, I don't know, man.
Everybody's been trying to fly on it like upwards, like you would broom something, flying sideways.
So with perfect elegance and grace, he climbs on and will immediately move with you attached, the full movement of the broom.
Okay.
Back into the corner.
Yep. That's what I was going to do.
As he continues to maintain his concentration, and once again, the nightmare entities grab onto the frame as it writhes and wails and takes that ice and acid damage. Which, how much damage was it?
Rolling now. 6 in total.
So yeah, it will take 6 damage and is now once again vulnerable.
Yeah!
And that will end Marlowe's turn. So now it is Phantom's turn.
So obviously I'm gonna get out of this fucking circle. Well, okay, first, obviously I'm gonna take hella damage. Let's just... Oh, wow. Thanks, Jordan. I'll take a full 12.
You're immortal. You'll be fine.
Yeah, for now.
So Frosty Boy.
And Phantom's painting is also going to take some ice damage.
No! You should have just let me hold on to it.
Reduce your max HP by 12.
Oh, good. I wasn't using it anyway. But then, having been to the Dream Realm before, I'm just gonna leave, but I want to flavor it as I look around like, oh, this shit again. And I just hop off an island and pop up right outside the circle.
Excellent.
But that will have cost like 20 feet of my movement. I'll use the other 10 to get to here. I'm gonna yell at Larry with venom and vitriol and upsetty spaghettiness. Bitch. And though it hurts, it also heals.
I was going to say, that's the healing
That's
word.
the healing word.
Oh, and I have to upcast it because I have no more level 1 spell slots.
Yay!
Oh, I wonder what you use those for.
Nothing particularly important in the grand scheme of things.
As you yell out, bitch, Marlowe's going to say, I know, right? Is there always this much friendly fire?
Honestly, I think there might be.
Yeah, in a fight between 3 bards, I'm pretty sure that's just bound to happen.
That will be 11 health to you.
Thank goodness. Larry, embolstered by this with his arms out and eye glowing, are gonna kind of like nod and shrug. Like, yeah, that's fair.
And then I'm going to sprint. I'm going to dash another 30 feet towards the soul stream.
All right. So you are now a pretty decent chunk of the way across this stupidly big map.
How much further does he have to go? I'm just curious.
Don't ask. It will demoralize us all.
I will not say because it will demoralize you all.
I saw it, I'll say it. 115 feet.
Yeah.
I'm so demoralized.
I'm not here. It doesn't matter.
All right, so Mary, it is your turn.
Guess what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna run straight into the fray to stab the painting. I'm 30 feet away from the painting. Do I still reach it, Dan, or no?
It will take all of your movement to do it, but you will get just within range of it.
Let's do it. And I am going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Yeah.
Do you have to be able to see to use it?
It is when you land a hit with a melee attack.
Oh boy, okay.
So he's just kind of hit.
Which, if your attack misses, you won't burn up the spell slot.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
18. plus 6.
That's gonna do it.
And now I finally get to use my smite. Cool. Rolled an 8 on my D8. It is an 8 plus 3, so it's 11
nice.
damage.
Very good.
Thunderous smite.
Woo!
2d6 thunder damage to the target. The 2d6 are 11 damage total.
Dang, that thing's smitten.
It's blushing.
It just got smooted.
I just spoke, bitch.
Excellent. And as part of Thunderous Smite, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Knocked prone is good.
10 feet away is good.
Not for us. Hey, you stay out of this, Gray. You very quickly became irrelevant somehow.
I know.
That is a 2, so it's going to get pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Is that 10 feet negated by the Hadar at all? It's got to push through all the little grabby hands.
I'll say it gets pushed back 5 feet then.
No!
Can I still attack it with my second attack?
Yep, and it is knocked prone, so second attack has advantage.
Yeah, it does.
By the time I get to my scheme, Ben's just going to have killed the painting.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
A 15 hits.
Fudge, yeah, it does.
Oh man, I wished all my good ones earlier. Shoot. Yeah, so it is 4 damage.
Okay.
Hell yeah, Mary.
Also, I almost forgot. I'm going to lightning with my storm aura.
Oh, yes. I mean, oh no.
It's just gonna hit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the movement, it doesn't have the dexterity, and it's prone. It's just gonna hit.
Yeah.
That's a 3, so 3 more damage to it.
And per Jack's view, all he sees is a big black cloud and some little lights kind of going off at the top.
You just hear some like thunder clouds rumbling.
On the midst of like horror, abyssal monster shrieks and growls.
I told you, Dorian, I was going to kill you, and if this is the way to do it, you will die.
Oh, I wonder what's going on in there.
Who's to say?
Mary's doing all this cool stuff, and still no one sees anything that he does.
Nobody sees it.
I'm sorry,
poor
Mary.
Mary.
And then you will take the acid damage.
Yes, because you're ending your turn there. 6.
Okay.
Now it is Larry's turn.
Okay, I hope this is a smart move and not a total waste of my turn, but I am going to cast the cantrip message.
Ooh.
And I'm going to message a friend of ours, friend in quotes, as I whisper into my hand, hey, it would be great if you can help us with the consequences of your actions right now. We are at the portrait.
And if you want to keep it secret, then you can message me who you are sending this to.
Okay. I think one can guess, but I like the suspense.
To Dracula.
Yeah, our
to Dracula,
bestie.
And Capricin flies in to your rescue.
Hell yeah.
Just buff.
All right, I am going to roll a d4 to see how many rounds it will take for the results of this to come to fruition.
Let's hope we don't die by then.
Then, as a legendary action, the painting
Oh, come on.
is going to try to retaliate against Mary and is going to reach out with a claw attack.
Dorian, trim your nails.
I would, but it keeps getting fixed by the painting.
That is a 19.
That misses.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it do.
Yes, it do.
So, as the incorporeal claw again leaks out of the painting frame to reach up and scratch at you, the nightmare entities of the dream realm intercept and get in the way.
All right.
Not very legendary.
Got him.
I ready my shield to block it, but then the dream horrors come. I was like, oh, that's neat.
Then I'm gonna roll for the lair action. Rather than attempting to reach out and physically attack, it then begins emanating negative energy so that it can psychically attack. So Mary, you need to make
Oh no!
a saving throw as it casts Phantasmal Force.
Oh.
No, Mary doesn't. Phantasmal Force does not affect constructs.
Oh!
Nice.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
God, this really is the arc of the fine detail.
And this lair action only affects the creatures that it can see, and it can't see past the hunger of Hadar, so...
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Full disclosure, I only know that because I was going to cast Phantasmal Force on Mary earlier.
You motherfucker.
All right, so Jack, it is now your turn.
I know we moved on Marlowe's turn, but does that mean that he has control of the broom?
I mean, you can try to control it.
I would have to roll for animal handling, huh?
He will help you, so your disadvantage and advantage will neutralize.
Okay.
I'm sorry, are you motorcycle riding where you're like hugging Marlowe from behind?
I assumed that I was originally like at the head of it, and then because of his nat 20, like he just kind of like palmed my face and shoved me back.
So you can either try to reach around him and wrestle control, or just point and say, hey, go over there.
I'm just gonna tell him like, go over there, and I want him to hopefully drop me off, because I was gonna go right where Larry was, but I want to give Marlowe a chance to control the broom to stay at a safe distance.
I will say because of Marlowe's nat 20, there's no roll required here. You can point and tell him to go where you want to, and so he drops you off by Larry.
Okay, and I'd like to try and stealth roughly behind Dorian.
Roll stealth with disadvantage.
Now, just a heads up, my plan is like a two-step process, so one of them is going to be real stupid, but the second time might help us. That's 18.
All right, and I'm pretty sure I know what you're trying to do, but what are you trying to do?
Click the pocket watch on Dorian to eventually get him to disadvantage on all his ability checks.
Now, before you do that,
yes,
I do want to remind you.
Now, please do that. Hold on, wait.
Once you use the pocket watch, it cannot be used on the same person again until they take their next rest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do it.
Okay.
You can do it. Don't worry. No, just go ahead and do it, though.
Please no.
It'll be hilarious and cool.
But I get what you were going for of trying to give him accumulated exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could just, for free, give me back all my spell slots. That'd be great. Then I could silvery barbs again.
Oh, and we missed that so much.
So, taking that all back, if I know that, I'm just going to go ahead and hide under these benches because I had 18.
Okay, yeah, you can successfully hide under the benches.
Cool. I will take a action to use the help action. So Marlowe and Larry are within range, so if they need it, they got it.
All right, so Dorian, it is now your turn.
Well, I didn't want to say this before, that's why I've been very silent.
Uh-oh.
Thank you so much for delivering Marlowe right to me. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to waste a lot of movement to get over. Never mind.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
I can do it from right here.
Oh.
Hate that.
I'm gonna once again use Unsettling Words on Marlowe. That is a 9. Wow. And then I am going to cast. Let me double check the writing on this because I don't want to get this wrong and mess myself up. Okay. I don't believe that there are any stipulations to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I really hope that it doesn't bite me in the butt. I'm going to cast Modify Memory on Marlowe.
Oh.
And I'm going to make him forget that he took that long rest with the pocket watch.
Interesting.
And that's Wisdom save -9. He does have it at advantage, and he gets the benefit from the Invisible Man's aid.
And I also had a backup plan. I was going to do a devil's bargain.
Well, he rolled a 3, a 5, and a 19, so the Modify Memory would work with the -9, but a devil's bargain would override that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see him beginning to lose his concentration on the Dispel Evil and Good, but you intercept it with your Devil's Bargain, and you feel the infernal flames of the Devil Lord Asmodeus creeping up around you as Marlowe's 10 becomes a nat 20, and he breaks past the modified memory, redoubles his efforts, and maintains his concentration on the Dispel Evil and Good. And you now have a floating nat 1.
Yep.
Good play. Good play.
Dorian, in the meantime, feeling confident that this will work, he feels his attachment to his memories and it's cut short. He was about to start playing, but suddenly the psychic link is broken, and Dorian, unsure of what he's going to do now, feels as if there's a sort of protection going on around Marlowe. Figures, well, if I can't win here, then I'm going to win somewhere else, and I'm going to take my full movement to move closer to the Phantom.
All right.
And I'm no longer dancing, by the way.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's serious now. Feet are planted.
So now it is the painting's turn, and the painting is going to use half of its movement to get unprone.
And the start of its turn.
It will take the cold damage.
4, 5, 6, 7 damage from cold.
Okay. And it does not have enough movement to be able to get out. So what it's going to do first, it's going to use its action to try and enthrall Mary. So Mary, you must make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
Nope. I rolled a 2 + 1, so it's a 3.
So with a 3, you are now under the painting's control, and like you were before with the lair action, you now have an instinct to try and defend this painting. It is then going to use the remainder of its movement. It can only get 10 feet more because of the difficult terrain, and it is still stuck within the Hunger of Hadar, so it will take the acid damage.
Okay, which that is 6 + 2, 6, 7, 8.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Eat away at it, my minions.
And that will end the painting's turn. So now it is Marlowe's turn.
Marlowe, get out of here.
And Marlowe is going to, first and foremost, seeing his own allegiance change sides like 4 different times within this skirmish, is going to use his action to counter charm.
Oh, nice.
So now everyone within 30 feet of him has advantage on Frighten or Charm saves. And then he is going to use his unsettling words on Dorian.
Hell yeah.
So now Dorian will need to subtract 6 from his next saving throw, because Marlowe is also a College of Eloquence bard.
Looking through the yearbook like, hey, wait a minute.
So now it is Phantom's turn.
I bet you're all going to be super excited about what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I am scared to find out.
Is it a dash?
It's a dash.
Hey!
It's not just a dash, it's a squiggle dash.
No, it's very important that it's as straight as possible. I'm not fucking around with this one. We're going as fast as we can.
It's business now.
And that ends your turn. So then, as a legendary action, the painting is going to move still to the edge of the Hunger of Hadar. It is still within the boundary of it, but just barely. And now it is Mary's turn.
And I think he still has to protect it still, right?
You
Yeah.
are enthralled by the painting, so you do have a compulsion to protect it from harm.
But because he started his turn in Hunger of Hadar, he'll take
So you will take the cold damage now.
Okay, yeah, and that'll break me from the thrall, right?
3 and 5, so 5, 6, 7, 8.
Possibly. Make another wisdom save.
Nah, damn it, it's 11.
That's not going to do it.
Damn it. I guess I can't do anything because I'm enthralled. I can't hit it. Boo, this sucks.
You can still dash.
And that would be enough to protect you from another 2d6.
True, yeah.
But do you want to be?
Well, because I
you're
want to.
still enthralled.
I know, I want to try and break this damn thing, and I can't do it on my own.
I mean, I could damage you, but I'm not gonna.
I know you're not. Can I, dash to, here?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So you rush to the edge of the Hunger of Hadar, but aren't able to break free of it, so you will take the acid damage.
It's a 2 and a 2. Hey, not bad.
So you take 4 damage and make another wisdom save.
Natural 19.
Yay, buddy.
Nice.
So you are broken free from the enthrall, and so you cannot be charmed again by the painting.
Hey!
Larry, it is your turn.
I'm gonna do just an Eldritch Blast.
Ah, good old fashioned.
Good old fashioned.
Hell yeah.
Don't do it nearly enough. I get 2 beams. Nat 1 on the first. 18 on the second.
An 18 will hit.
Hey!
So one of them, the first one, gets interrupted by nightmare creatures from the dream realm. One of them takes the hit instead.
Oh, sorry. Why am I saying? No, I'm sorry.
Damn it, Larry.
And then the second is going to do 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. And let me actually do one of my other abilities.
So it will actually do 22 damage because the painting is vulnerable to force damage.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah!
Should have been doing this the whole time. I should have known, tried and true. But I pulled from my Eldritch Invocation, Eldritch Arcana, Pentacles, so 1d4 gold pieces dropped to the ground.
Hey!
Oh, heck yeah, how nice. That's my turn.
Okay. And now that your turn has ended, the d4 that I rolled on how many rounds it would take for your message to bear fruit and get your reinforcements was 1 round.
Yes!
Yo!
Oh man, it's only been 1 round? Gosh dang.
Right?
You're telling me we wait for the combat to try to talk things out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gives us the time. You know, who's got the time when you're in a social situation and relaxed?
We have a whole turn to think about what we want to say. Honestly, wish dialogue worked like that in real life.
So, as you bend down to pick up the coins,
Ooh, shiny.
you fall back, recoiling from the sound of a prestidigitated gunshot.
Oh, go! Whoa.
And as you look up,
Wait, that's familiar. I remember that gun.
you see Christine Daye holding the pistol up in the air with Basil in her arms as everyone looks
Hell
over to
yeah.
her before she holds the gun up to his head.
Wow!
Oh my god! I didn't know that, like, the gun was actually real.
It's not. But she prestidigitated the sound.
Oh my god.
Both y'all get your men. Get your men in order.
And Christine, who cannot speak, has the gun held to Basil's head and strongly side-eyes him. As Basil says, "Dorian, please, I couldn't defend myself. I'm so weak."
Should have ate some shrimp.
It's not about the fucking shrimp, okay?
My side.
This isn't an appetite thing.
Oh man.
I wouldn't expect you to understand, but every portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not the sitter. There is a little of me in each of these paintings, and there is so little of myself that remains. So I'm sorry that there's not much I could do. I don't particularly want to fight back at gunpoint, but please help.
Oh, Basil. I know that you put a little bit of yourself into all of these paintings, but come now. Look at you. Did you really think that you would be helpful to me for very much longer? No. You can find your own way out of this. I fear I don't have much time myself, so I feel that all that I want to do is do as much damage as possible.
Why are you guys clowning on me? Oh, I didn't do anything.
No. I mean, turning on your friends is like the ultimate sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? I would never.
Yeah.
And Basil looks at you with melancholy. Am I gonna do this? I'm gonna roll a d20.
Can I roll it? Can I roll what you're looking for?
Actually, yes, Daniel. Roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, I end this fight here and now.
Uh-oh.
That's an 18.
Oh, come on, Basil, you can help us.
Basil lets out a very deep sigh, and with extreme sadness and remorse and regret in his eyes, reaches into one of his pockets, while Christine is continuing to press the gun to his temples. Dorian, it pains me to hear that. You are all my art, and there was a time when I wanted nothing more than that. As he pulls from his pocket a monkey's paw with 3 fingers curled in and 2 remaining up.
His blood goes cold as he stops dead in his tracks, realizing what he's just said. He knows what this means.
There was a time when I wanted nothing more than for your art to be what I cherished. I was naive, but Could you blame me? You were unlike anything else, and in some ways you still are. Dorian, you have a way of making jealous everyone who speaks to you, yearning to have you all for yourself. I put my whole being into these paintings, and now I want nothing more than to be rid of them. I wish that Dorian Gray were dead. And a finger curls in on the monkey's paw, with one finger remaining extended. And as he says that, the painting is torn to shreds in an instant as it gets magically enveloped by this negative energy that begins to pour from out of the dream realm, from out of the monkey's paw, spiraling around it, ripping and tearing the canvas to shreds. And Dorian, you feel the visage of your physical form returning to everything the painting protected you from. And I will let you narrate your death as the painting disintegrates, as you become the painting, and then you disintegrate.
My God.
Dorian, seeing his portrait be torn to shreds, realizes what this means, and the split second before he is torn to shreds himself, grabs his face in order to maintain any visage of beauty that he still has, and as he holds his hands to his face, he feels the pustules opening up on his face, the cracked lips ripping apart his beautiful face, and he feels just maggots growing through his skin, crawling through. He feels his eyes start to dim. He feels his hair start to grow long and then fall out. He feels the weight of all of the years that he's lived coursing through his body incredibly quickly, but at the same time, painfully slowly. He feels his bones get brittle inside his body. He feels the blood flowing through his veins get slow and jelly-like. He starts to collapse to the ground, and his body starts to cease to exist. He lets out one last vitriolic scream, and then ceases to be.
So can I plug in my painting?
Dorian collapses into a heap on the floor, blood spilling out of his wounds. That turns to paint as the wrinkled mass of his body remains, and as any trace of the painting is gone, before Basil too collapses on the floor, writhing in pain, and the light dims behind his own eyes. And Christine scoops up the monkey paw and holds out the gun at all of you.
He doesn't see me.
Man, you guys, how terrible of everybody. You made an innocent man kill himself. That's just horrible. And you call yourselves the good guys. Oh my gosh.
Hey, shut up,
I
Dorian.
don't, actually.
Yeah, I know you don't. You're whatever. The rest of you, for shame.
And Phantom, you see all this go down, and you see the soul stream behind you is open and available. Before you make a move back towards it, Christine sees you making your way back to the soul stream, and then shouts, "Erik, stop!" And then she will take, what was it, 10d6 psychic damage?
Well, Dorian's
Does she
dead.
still... Yeah.
She's still under the effects. It lasts for 30 days.
Jeezy kableezy.
The effect only happens once per day.
Okay.
5d10.
You go ahead and roll for that.
Okay.
As she collapses back to the ground, picks herself up, tries again. Erik, you need to know what you're doing. Before you put your painting there, you will absorb and siphon the essence out of everyone in this town. If you wish to do that, then you just need to know. And she pulls out a painting of herself.
Yeah, believe it or not, I already kind of figured that. I have a question. Did we establish this was a Scooby-Doo heads-esque soul fountain?
It's not a Scooby-Doo head type of situation. It is basically a collective pool of vitality that is leeching off of the presence of every other painting within the vicinity.
That's a 38 damage.
I'm assuming she's down.
Let's say, is that a dead Christine?
No, but it's close.
Oh,
Yeah, what is her HP? 40?
44 is her HP.
Jesus.
Gosh,
Oh.
dang.
So she has 6 HP.
Yeah.
Damn it. This won't do at all. This isn't what I wanted. Well, I'm gonna try and just splash a little bit of it on the painting to like fix it to normal amount.
Roll just a straight d20 for luck.
Why do you have to make me roll? Is this like Dungeons and Dragons or something? It's a 5.
With a 5, you can siphon enough to fight off the frostbite that you would have gotten from this painting, receiving the cold damage. But your arm is still limp.
Okay, Christine, I know the moral dilemma here is like it's really tricky. It's rough. Totally got that moral quandary. I do need my arm back, so I'm just gonna like try that again. Please don't think that it's like particularly evil of me. I'm really actually trying to be normal about this. I would like to try again.
Oh no.
Christine's gonna say, well, you're already doing better than I expected. I had a whole speech prepared to talk you out of it, but if you're just showing restraint anyway, then that's cool, I guess.
I love how chill Christine is with all of this.
I think she's just kind of accepted Phantom for who he is.
That's all you really can
Okay.
do.
So am I rolling again?
Roll again.
Oh my god! It's a 6.
So you still don't have control of your arm back, and Christine starts to wither. Your max HP returns to what it should be, though.
Cool. Oh, fine. I'm going to march my ass back, shove my painting into Larry's hands, and say, put it in the bag.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to go up to Christine, give her a healing potion. And I'm going to just sit down next to her. And I'm going to say, I guess now we're both about as free as we can be.
And I'm finally gonna get out of the hunger of Hadar
Oh, yeah,
after.
I dropped concentration when Dorian died.
So I burst out of it, going, "Yes, that's it. I told you, Dorian Gray. I was the one who killed you. Where did he go?
He's dead.
Hey, Mary, just a heads up. Christine saved the day.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Christine popped in and she kind of saved us.
You mean? I really gotta stop telling my enemies I'm the one to kill them when I'm not.
And I just slowly walk back, kind of dejected because I was doing so well against the painting.
Hey, you kept us all safe, bud. And sorry about the hunger.
I dove into it. I knew what I was getting myself into.
Christine, can we take a step outside? Everybody, can you I'm going to take Christine upstairs for a second to have a quick talk.
Wait.
Erik, how are you on HP?
My regular maximum.
Mary, how are you doing on HP?
I'm at 51 out of 83.
Christine, still seeing the damage that you took, is going to look between you and Phantom, and she's going to say, I'm going to try something. And she looks to you, Mary, and then with a look of disbelief and discomfort, says, bitch. And is going to cast Healing Word.
But Mary that doesn't work on Mary.
And it does nothing. And Christine says, well, I guess your spite doesn't work for me.
I'm glad that it doesn't, Christine. Now, before my emotional conversation with you gets derailed anymore, all of you fuck off for a minute.
I'm sure you're all really cool. He said you were all really cool, but this is kind of personal, so...
All right, come on, guys.
All right.
Phantom is going to take Christine aside. There are the steps leading down into here. He's going to sit down on one of the steps and gesture for her to take a seat beside him.
And she does.
Christine, I believe it is just about time for me to fulfill my end of our bargain and leave you be. But before I am willing to do that, I should like to clean up one misconception that you appear to be under. In our earlier conversation, you said that you were nothing to me but your voice, and I just wanted you to know that's not true. I don't love you, Christine. I don't think I can love anyone, any man, woman, anything. Just the music, your voice. But you were a friend to me, Christine. All my life I faced hatred from others, peers, authority. But after some initial shock, of course, you saw me and you were kind to me, compassionate. You are a friend to me, Christine. Just after today, you'll be an old friend who will live somewhere very far away.
I appreciate that. And I want to clean up a misconception for you as well. I need you to know that I'm happy that you've at least on some level proven me right, and I know what you've gone through, and I need you to know that you are more than the things that have happened to you, and you are who you choose to be. Now, I'll hold up my end of the agreement, and I know I said I never want to see the Phantom of the Opera again, but my father promised me the Angel of Music, and for a time you were that to me. If that is who you choose to be, I would be more than happy to see that side of you. But that has to be who you choose. Do not choose that on my behalf. Just be who you are.
And Phantom's gonna take out the conch and sort of roll it back and forth between his two hands, feeling the weight of it. And he's gonna say, well, I did say no spoilers. We'll have to see what lies ahead. But I do feel a little bit freer now. Oh, wait. I don't have my arm yet. Phantom's gonna take out the conch and roll it around in his one hand. And then say that thing I said he said. And then as he holds it up to use it, he like awkwardly brings it back down. Like, I don't feel comfortable like stealing this from you at this point. I'm not going to just take it here in your own time. And he hands her the conch.
Then don't steal it from me. Let me give you this as a gift, and I hope you appreciate the sentiment behind this. And as she takes the conch, she also reaches out towards your mask, hesitates for a moment, and then asks, "May I?"
Oh, they haven't, and Phantom looks quickly around the room at the party members. They haven't, they don't. Could everyone, look away, please?
Yeah, if that's what you want.
Yeah, Jack will just raise his collar and kind of turn the other way.
And then Phantom makes eye contact with Christine and nods.
Christine lifts up your mask and looks at you, deformities and all, and leans in and kisses your cheek on your scarred up, malformed side covered up by the mask.
And also just a wash of tears. It's soaking wet. It's way grosser now on account of all the gross, salty tears.
She does a very convincing job of hiding her discomfort. She replaces the mask, takes a deep breath, and sings. And I'm going to try not to butcher this.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Little Lottie thought of everything and nothing. Her father promised her the Angel of Music. Her father promised her. Her father promised her. You were once my one companion. You were all that mattered. You were once a friend and savior. Now our worlds are shattered. Wishing you were somehow here again, knowing we must say goodbye. Try to forgive, teach me to live, give me the strength to try. And as that refrain leaves her lips, her voice peters out as it's siphoned up by the conch. And I'm gonna roll a d20. Actually, Daniel, roll a d20 on whether or not the monkey's paw interprets what she said as a wish. 10 or below, it doesn't. 11 or higher, it does.
That's a 19.
Okay. So as her voice goes into the conch and is secured away, the one final finger of the monkey's paw curls up, and the paw collapses into dust
Oh,
that
shoot.
spirals around both Christine and you. And Larry, you can feel the bag of holding begin to wiggle and budge. And as you open up the edges of it, you see Phantom's painting burst out, and his essence and his soul is restored to him as the painting disintegrates, now that Christine has wished that he would somehow be here again.
Hell yeah.
Phantom, restore your max HP to what it should be, and remove any painting-based disabilities, as you are back to normal.
I've got my arms.
You do have both arms now.
Awesome.
Woo! But, being the monkey's paw, it begins to continue to encircle Christine, and the ashes of the paw begin to spiral around her neck and throat, and a heavy weight descends on her, and you can feel a bit more solidity in the conch as the monkey's paw rips away any shred of her natural voice. Regardless of the limitations of the conch, Christine will now be unable to naturally get her voice back by any means shy of another wish spell.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
And she begins to reach up to her throat as she feels the damage becoming permanent. And with a look of distress on her face, she looks to you and looks between you and the conch. And you both kind of intrinsically know what just happened.
No. No. I'm going to stand up. Phantom gets to his feet, and he's running his hands through his hair, horribly distressed. This is what a Phantom from, I would say, probably about 45 minutes ago would have gone into a full tantrum over of smashing things and stabbing people. But he's pulling himself back together. The soul just came back, so it feels a little like, ooh, consciency.
And seeing your distress, Christine pulls herself together, puts a hand on your shoulder, looks at you, and just shakes her head no.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to alter the terms of our deal, Miss Daae. Something that you perhaps could have been aware of. You're going to sing one duet with me, if you would be so kind. And Phantom's going to create like a little chain necklace thing that goes around the conch, and he'll put it around her neck by using your voice. And then I will hold up my end of the bargain, and you can go free, and you can have it. I'm not doing this to hurt you, Christine. I said that you could be free of my shadow, and that is true. But that only works if you have all of your agency intact. And I saw some burgeoning bard powers on you. So,
Christine, without breaking eye contact, takes off the conch and hands it back to you.
you are just a piece of work. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. I don't deserve this. I appreciate it. And I'm not going to try to weasel out of it again but it is another immeasurable kindness.
And she puts a hand up to your unmasked half of your face and mouths the words, "Thank you." With a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of a look of puzzlement, mouths the word, "bitch."
Just bursts out crying, just disgusting sobs from Phantom, but he'll wipe it away.
She half-heartedly shrugs and mouths, "It was worth a try."
Phantom's gonna look at her. He's gonna say, "Well, you may have noticed that it is a little bit more difficult for you to use magic like yours without a voice. So I insist that you at least keep the gun. I don't think I taught you anything in the way of self-defense before. That was a major lapse in judgment. But if you aim that thing around, I promise people are probably going to leave you alone."
She looks to the gun, looks at you, and nods, and then tucks the gun away to some pouch on her dress. Because she miraculously has pockets.
Yes.
I did teach you that. That was a Phantom original.
And she pulls you in for a hug.
I hug back tightly. Eventually, after a time, I'll step back and move Christine to shoulder length and make eye contact. It's probably for the best that we don't hang out too much, though, right? This was a whole thing. This turned into a whole thing.
She mimes writing something on a piece of paper.
Do you know prestidigitation? Christine, it's the most incredible thing. I use it all the time. Picture it in your head and then like sing a little song in your head that has to do with a pen and paper, and it should just appear.
She concentrates, and sort of phasing in and out of existence are a little chalkboard and piece of chalk.
Wow.
That she can't quite hold a grasp on.
I'll handle it this time, but I mean, you did that so much faster than I did.
Oh, shit.
You're going to be something special. But, here, and I go ahead and prestidigitate some chalk in a chalkboard.
She writes down on it, "This was a terrible idea." Then erases it really quickly and writes, "Please let it be worth something."
I'm going to go ahead and meaningfully, slowly, with a lot of gravity, take back the chalkboard. Slowly erase the message. And then I'm going to draw like a really bad, because I'm not a visual artist, a really bad stick figure Dracula, and then like a picture of me with my rapier stabbing it like a bunch of times and like singing a song, and then show it to Christine.
Hell yeah.
She's going to write down in the little corner, "Who is that?"
"Oh, that's Dracula. Do you remember that show I wrote and Meg was in it? No. And Meg played Renfield. Did you see that one? Well, you might have still hated me at the time."
She erases it really quickly and says, "Oh, yeah, I remember that. Great song, terrible performance."
Yes, right? Oh my God, right? Oh, I wish we could talk more. But yes. The bad guy of that show.
She erases that really quick and says, "So is this like a new play or something?"
No, Christine, wait, this is actually incredibly important, and it's truly distressing. I did not take this seriously before. I would suggest that you leave English as soon as possible. Just get out of here and return to France. This entire place is under the sway of the most powerful vampire I've ever seen. Not that I've seen like a ton, but that guy over there who was helping us out, his name is Marlowe. He's a vampire, and he's kind of a punk bitch, if I'm being honest.
Damn.
So not very scary. This other guy, terrifying. He did something. Well, he killed me, Christine.
A couple of question marks.
I was saved by. Oh, Christine, why am I doing this? Are you willing to trust me enough to flee English to safety?
She erases the board and writes down, "Is Paris safe?"
I mean, as safe as Paris can be. You know the Bohemians. But
Right.
You've got a gun now, so I'd say you're pretty much good there.
She erases that really quick and writes, "Fair enough."
Oh my god.
But yes, I think that's outside the sway of this particular monster. And I promise you, Christine, I promise you one visitation from the Angel of Music when this is all over to tell you what happened and to show you what this moment was worth.
She pockets the blackboard and chalk, mouths the words once again, "Thank you," and then turns and walks away. And on that note, everyone, go ahead and take a long rest and level up.
Yay!
Oh,
Even me?
Even you.
Oh,
Yay!
shit, son.
What makes you think this went so badly we need a level? What series of events could have possibly made it seem like we're not prepared?
We are the outcasts, the misfits you might say. We deal with the nightmares that you run away from every single day. We know the world is a gruesome little place, but us outsiders, we've developed quite a taste for the grisly and morbid, the ghastly and the horrid. We know it's awful, dreadful, but we like it. Just another haunted night, shrouded with unearthly fright. So when you're oh so terrified, you know who to call. The world is falling apart, we'll never take it to heart. Some monsters and creatures and spirits and specters and all, let's all have a ball.
Can I ask if Dorian finds himself in the back of the line down in Phlegethos?
Oh, yeah. So, Imhotep, you see, as LaRose is making his 6th lap, and as the TV continues with its refrain of,
oh God.
While that's all happening, you just always go, I feel stronger for some reason.
and you look over in the Fast Pass line to wave at LaRose as he goes by, and standing right behind him in the Fast Pass line is a blonde-haired boy who couldn't be any older than 19.
Yeah.
He's in the fast pass line? Just, what? How are you? Young man!
Why, yes, what can I do for you?
What the fuck?